Whenever different rates are given while calculating compound interest or the years are given in fraction, not whole numbers, what are the basic thumb rules which we should apply so that we can flexibly or very easily calculate the compound interest, because that seems to be the most difficult portion in compound interest. So today I, Reena Sharma, Vitamin T, main teacher for all online solutions, would be evaluating these formulas so that we can find fun while doing compound interest. So let's start the video. Welcome students, we were doing compound interest. So now in this session, we would learn how to calculate when the time is given in fraction or they are not in whole numbers, means complete years is not given. Then how are we supposed to apply the formula? Let's see, the formula being the same. So what is the formula for calculating amount? Amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. While discussing the formula in our last videos, if anyone has not done, see the link in the description box and please refer that, so that while solving this exercise, it will really benefit them. So when we are solving this in where it is not complete years, in that case, how we are supposed to calculate by using the formula? Let's see. So this we will calculate separately and this would be calculated separately. Now the formula turns to be like this: 1 plus R to the power, this is n, this will be complete years. So here complete years is how much? It is 2 years. So we will write 2 into 1 plus, now this months we will write the fraction here. If it is months, 6 months, what would be the fraction? It would be 6 by 12, that is equals to 1 by 2. So I will use the fraction 1 by 2 into R divided by 100. Now I will place the values accordingly and solve the equation. So P is 62,500, 1 plus rate is 12%, it is given compounded annually. So we don't have to reduce the rate or divide the rate by 2. We will take it as it is given in the question. 12 by 100 to the power 2, this is 1 plus 1 by 2 into 12 by 100. Now if I cut, it is becoming 6. So now this is 62,500 into 112 by 100. Again, because it is to the power 2, we will use it 112 by 100 again. Then into, now this is 6. So this is 106 by 100. Now we will straight away do the calculation. After doing the calculation, we got 83,104. Now once we got the amount, we can simply subtract the amount in principal in order to get the compound interest. It is 83,100 minus 62,500. This is coming to 20,604. See, when complete years are also not given, the calculation is not so difficult. So now it is just a matter of practice which is supposed to help us. Now see the next question, where different rates of interest are given to us. In this case, what to do? Find the amount of 8,000 for 2 years compounded annually and the rates being 9% per annum during the first year and 10% per annum during the second year. So rate 1 is equals to 9% and rate 2 is equals to 10%. We can write it as R1, R2 so that it will be a comfort. So when we have different rates, we have seen that the formula is P into 1 plus R by 100, R1 by 100, 1 plus R2 by 100. Just we will continue till the number of years or the rate changes we are getting. So in this case we will calculate A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100. It is how many years? Only first and second. So we will just write it as here. This is R1 and this is R2. We are symbolizing it so that we can identify it easily. So principal is 8,000. 1 plus 9 by 100 and then 1 plus 10 by 100. This is equals to 8,000 into 109 by 100 into 11 by 10. After doing the calculations, 8 into 109 into 11, what do we got? We got 9,592. Here we don't have to find the compound interest because they are simply asking to calculate the amount. But if in the question it would have been given that find the compound interest, we would have simply subtracted the amount and the principal in order to get the compound interest. Now let's see some more questions. The simple interest on a sum of money for 2 years is 8% per annum is 2,400. Means, see in the question, the simple interest is given to us, but the sum means what? Yes, sum means principal. Principal is missing. Let's take it as X. So, what will be the compound interest on the sum at the rate for the same period? For the same period means I have to calculate the compound interest where the rate and time is same, but principal is missing and amount is also missing. We have to calculate amount, principal and compound interest. So these are the 3 things which we have to calculate in this question. But how are we supposed to begin? Simple interest is given to us. So with the help of simple interest, we can calculate principal. Yes, we can calculate if P is X. So simple interest is what? PTR by 100. This is a formula which everyone has marked up, I think. So if I want to calculate P, the formula is SI into 100 by T into R. This is equals to 2,400 into 100 by 2 into 8. So now what is the answer here? If I am with the table of 8, if I go, it is 8 threes are. If this, it is coming 150, it is equals to 15,000. So the principal is 15,000. But what? When we have to calculate the rest. So when I know the principal and the rate and period being the same, I will simply apply the formula which we were applying for calculate amount. So the formula is A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. This is equals to 15,000 into 1 plus what is R? It is 8%. Because it is written that the rate and time will be same which we have taken for simple interest. So 8 by 100 to the power 2. This is equals to 15,000 into 108 by 100 into 108 by 100. This amounts to 17496. Now the compound interest will be by subtracting this and 15,000. So it will be 17,496 minus 15,000, which is equals to 2,496. So the sum seems tough, but if we go step by step and try to find out each and everything, it will be very easily solved. So now see the next question, which is again a very tricky and the most commonly asked question. So the difference between the compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum. Certain sum, again, sum means principal. I don't know the principal. Let it be x. Now t is equals to 2 years. R is equals to 6%. Whereas compound interest minus simple interest is equals to rupees 90. See, what has been given to you? The difference between compound interest and simple interest, which is 90 rupees, has been given to you. So how do we proceed first? If in the question the difference is there, means I have to calculate the simple interest, and after that only I can calculate the compound interest. So the first step should be calculating the simple interest. So simple interest is equals to P, I don't know, let it be x. Rate is 6% and time is 2 years by 100. This is equals to 12 by 100x or 3 by 25x. This is our simple interest. Now let's calculate amount and then compound interest on the basis of x and simple interest, on the basis of P as x and the simple interest as 3 by 25x. So now A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. P is equals to x, we have taken. So just take P as x. Now 1 plus, what is R? R being 6%, 6 by 100 to the power 2, because time is 2 years. So this is 3 and this is 50. This is equals to x into 53 by 50 into 53 by 50, 2 times it is. So that comes to the figure 2809 by 2500x. But this is what? This is the amount. I still have the compound interest to be calculated here. So the compound interest is what? A minus P. A minus P. Never take this as bigger number and this as smaller number. No. This is big and this is small because amount is always more. So this is equals to 2809x by 2500 minus x. After solving it, we got here 309x by 2500. So now we know this is the simple interest and this is the compound interest. The difference of these two numbers is 90. Now by applying these two values, this one and these two values, we can calculate the value of x. So what it is? 309x by 2500 minus 3x by 25. After taking out the LCM, this is equals to 90. After taking the LCM, if I solve, this is coming to 9 by 2500x is equals to 90, or x is equals to 90 into 2500 by 9, which amounts to 25,000. So, on calculating, we found out that our principal is 25,000. So the sum was really tricky because the difference of simple interest and compound interest is given to us. In this type of sums, we have to take x as the basic factor, find out the principal, then find the amount, then we have to find the compound interest, then subtract. It is longer method, but with practice, we can develop the habit that yes, we can do these type of sums. So now let's look for another sum. At what rate percent per annum will rupees 640 amount to 774.60% 2 years when compounded annually? In this case, see, we have to find out the rate percentage. So rate percentage we have to find out in this question. So how are we supposed to calculate the rate? The formula being A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. This is the basic formula. Amount is given to us, that is 774.60, and principal is given to us, that is 640. So this is 640 1 plus R by 100 to the power 2. But how will we do this? Now see, this is multiplied. This P is being multiplied with this, isn't it? So when I change the sign, multiplication will become division. So from right hand side to left hand side. This is equals to 1 plus R by 100 to the power this. Okay. Now just change the decimal into 100 into 100. These decimals will be removed. So this is coming as 7746 by 6400. Why? Because 110 in the ending. If I give a 0 here, it will be removed because no use. This is equals to 1 plus R by 100 is square. If I remove this square and I want to, bring it this side. So now 7746 by 6400. If this I am changing the side, this is equals to how much? It is the square of, this is the square of 8 8s are 64. The square of 88 and this is the square of 80. Now this is removed. This is equals to 1 plus R by 100. Now this one if I bring, now 1 plus R by 100 is equals to 88 by 80, or R by 100 is equals to 88 by 80 minus 1, because side is changing. This is coming to 8 by 80, and if I cross multiply, what will I get? 8 into 100 by 80 is equals to R. So this I am getting 10% as the answer. So when we want to calculate rate, these are the basic steps which we need to follow. We will find out the square. We will take the principal in the left hand side. Now we'll remove the square, we'll bring it here, take out the square. Now if I bring this one, I can do this from the right hand side or left hand side. But if I calculate now this and then bring this one, solve the basic formula of equation, addition and subtraction, and then cross multiply and find the value of R. So this is the way we are supposed to do this sum. Now see, if I have to find this n in the next question, we are dealing with it. See, in how many years will 1800 amount to 2178 at 10% per annum when compounded annually? Means n is missing. The missing factor here is the time. So how will we do? A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Just place the values. Amount is 2178 and principal is 1800. 1 plus rate is given 10% to the power n. So 2178 by 1800 is equals to 110, or just 11 by 10 to the power n. If I cut it and find out, here also I am getting 121 by 100. If I reduce it to the lowest factor, so 121 by 100 is equals to 11 by 10. to the power n. Now, if I convert these also into 11 and 10, what would be the power? Let's see. So 11 11s is 121 and 10 10s is 100. So this is coming to, this is equals to 11 by 10. Now, if you follow the basic rule, this is being cutted and n is equals to 2. So the time here is 2 years. This is the way in which we are supposed to calculate the number of years while dealing with compound interest. So we practiced today some of the sums which were really tough related to compound interest. Rest of the sums we would be doing in our next video. Till that time, keep practicing, stay safe, and if anyone has any doubt, please do ask in the comment box. Thank you.